Welcome to season 1, episode 34 of Next Stop Somewhere. We're Jeff and Louise, and today we're exploring Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
This is not about luxury travel. It's about real people, real places, and little discoveries that make each trip unforgettable.
So grab your coffee, grab your butt, grab your buckle up, buttercup, whatever. Let's dive in.
Okay.
So, Gettysburg, I know you were very excited about this. You really wanted, I know how much you enjoy the historical spots. Yes. We stayed at Gettysburg mostly as a stop and over point. We were only there for a week. And we were at the Little Drummer Boy or just Drummer Boy?
Drummer's Boy.
See, I always want to see Little Drummer Boy. Come. They told me. Pa-rum-pum-pum-pum. No, that was not one of the songs.
It was Thousand Trails Drummer's Boy.
That was not
Drummer Boy.
By the way, one of the songs I sang on the Oral Roberts special. It was Drummer Boy Campground, Thousand Trails, just outside the town of Gettysburg. Good location.
Yeah.
10 minutes to get into town.
Maybe.
15 minutes, 20 minutes max away from the big museum, all that stuff.
The park itself had some bad ratings on RV Life. Typically, we would stay at places that we try to aim for at least 8 stars or above. I look at how to maneuver to get in there to make sure it's going to be okay. There was some people that said that it was tight corners. It wasn't bad.
No.
Actually, I liked where we were at. They were big sites.
Yeah.
We had what we referred to as a large dinosaur egg on our site.
Yeah.
That
Have
should be
pictures
showing
of.
right now. You said we were right across from the bathrooms, weren't we?
Yeah.
Right nearby. Did
Yeah.
you go to the bathroom up there?
I did.
And you said it was not so great.
No. It wasn't the usual bathroom setup. They were all single stallers because they were all combination shower toilet thing. And one of them was broken, like door was locked. And one of them was filled with unpleasant substances. Let's just say that. But hopefully they got that cleaned
matter.
up. Yes, there you go. I think one of the things that people talked about was the freeway noise, and there was definitely freeway noise.
Sure.
You could hear it there, but it was more like
Couldn't really hear it
background
inside.
white noise. Yeah. If you're looking for a nice, relaxing, out in nature, this isn't it. You'll definitely hear the freeway. The spot was pretty big, like you said. We were on the edge.
It was a pull through.
Yeah, a lot of seasonals.
So, but the seasonals were at the front of the camp, and they were as far away from the front as you can. I will say the one thing that was very annoying, which I'm finding more and more lately, is those stupid golf cart parade where they have their golf carts lit up and music loud and screaming and hollering and just driving around but it wasn't even the area that we were in. It wasn't their golf carts.
No.
It was all the other seasonals. Like just stay in your lane.
Yeah, we don't care about your damn golf cart.
Stay where you want. Yeah.
And it's the same thing as it is with 90% of the people who listen to music loud in their cars. It's like they have horrible taste.
So it's you. I know what kind of music you listen to. Let's just say it's not that bad.
So anyway, 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine, especially if you're interested.
I would have stayed there longer.
Yeah. There's a lot to do in the town.
Yeah.
A lot to do in the area.
And there was a place that we found that had some really good pizza.
But definitely if you're there for the history and all that kind of stuff, it's a great place to stay.
How was the people, the staff?
Fine. I don't recall anything. They're fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are we moving on?
I think so. 7 out of 10.
Yeah. Food.
Let's roll right into that pizza, so to speak.
Where's the pizza place?
Pizza place was called Antica Pizza.
Antica.
Yep. Just like it sounds.
So we went there for pizza because we looked at the reviews. We had done a day at Gettysburg.
Wanted something easy.
And while we're in there, the pizza looked good. But then I saw the Stromboli and then it was made the real Stromboli way, East Coast way. Not how people put onions and peppers and mushrooms in it. It's not how it goes.
Don't Stromboli shame.
Oh, I will.
Don't yuck someone else's
Oh,
yum.
I will. There are ways to have Stromboli, and that is not how you have it. That's like
However
putting
you want your
like green
Stromboli.
peppers and mushrooms on your cheesesteak, your Philly cheesesteak. Go away.
Listen, it's your Stromboli. You
It's
have
not.
how you like.
You have, if you're sure, but don't come to me when you say I have really good Stromboli, and then you can present me with this because it's not. Just saying.
Yeah.
So we changed it up from pizza to Stromboli.
We were going for pizza, and the Stromboli was really good. Didn't we also get garlic knots or something too?
Yes.
Yeah, the garlic knots really good. The Stromboli was great. Good marinara sauce. It was well cooked. Everything was perfect. It was so good, folks. We went back the next day or 2 days later.
Yeah. We were only there a week. So
Yeah.
we went there during the week, and you picked up the pizza.
Yeah, we picked it up and drove back, and we got the grandma's pizza,
That was good.
which is basically like a margarita, very similar. It had a good thin, chewy crust and perfect amount of ingredients as far as I was concerned. And their pizza sauce was really good. It was excellent.
So some of our goals in this trip that we're doing is marking off states. And then we had to come up with parameters on how to determine whether a state is going to be marked off with a sticker or not.
By sticker, if you ever go by an RV, 90% of them have this map of the United States somewhere on them that is got stickers on it that are to varying degrees filled out. And the deal is
You have to figure out what is your parameter for a sticker to be able to place a sticker. Before we started this RV tour, I had been to every state except for Hawaii. Feels like it's falling off. And you have been to every state except for Alaska and South Carolina and North Dakota.
Yep.
So why camp in West Virginia?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to.
So like you said, we had been everywhere, all those states, but we were like, so it's kind of lame just to get this map and put all these stickers on it because we haven't really been through all these are different trips, and some of them we flew into and stayed over, some of them we drove through.
But some of them you did before you met me,
Yep.
and I did before I met you.
Yeah, exactly. So we decided clean slate, and what are our rules? Because it can't just be you drove through it.
No, otherwise Idaho would be taken off of.
Exactly. Thank
You
you.
have to either camp or spend some time in, like have a meal, go shopping, whatever.
Yeah.
So because we're in Gettysburg, which Sherry, I'm not going to point you out. If you know the map and you know where your geography is, you'll know that Pennsylvania is right above Maryland, and right at the end there where Gettysburg is, it's not a far drive into West Virginia. Now, I used to live in West Virginia, and you had gone to Harpers Ferry before.
Yes.
So this is one that we're trying to cross off without having to actually stay there.
So we decided
Succeeded.
to go to Harper's Ferry again, which it had been 26 years or 27 years or something since I'd been there. And so we decided we'd go through again and stop along the way in Maryland for food and for shopping and get a twofer.
So that's how we got to Frederick. So we were going to Harper's Ferry on a Saturday. So it was my turn to pick for breakfast. So I picked Ibiza Cafe in Frederick. And it was European family owned and frequented by a very German woman who was there. She was pretty interesting. But that's what we had. You had really good latte.
We had great coffee. Yeah. I had a latte. And then for food, I had a croissant that had egg and cheese, and the cheese was nice Munster. Mm-hmm. You had a buckwheat waffle.
I did.
And you enjoyed it?
Oh, yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was good. It was kind of shishi bistro type stuff. Little tiny tables that you sit around and sip your coffee.
Families were there. You could go outside.
Yeah.
What was it? In Frederick.
And then while we were waiting, the order setup was not very well. You go in and there's a counter. Do you order? Do you sit? And someone is kind of like, and a woman next to us, you said something or whatever. We looked confused enough. The woman said, "Do you go order and then take a number and go sit down?"
Very chatty German.
Very chatty German woman who started off being perfectly lovely, but then veered into white supremacy. She didn't start throwing the sea guile, but she definitely started talking about how countries start going downhill when they get away from the purity of their culture or something like that. But other than that, perfectly lovely.
I wonder
woman.
if that came from her Nazi parents.
Yeah.
I mean, she was at the age that her parents would have been.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So we went to Magpie.
Yeah, so that's where I bought a needlework, an embroidery kit. because it's been many years since I've done embroidery. So, and Esmond has been doing embroidery, and I just thought, I'd like to do that again. So, there was a kit for jellyfish, and I did that.
And we'll put a picture in of it right here.
There was some yarn that I liked, but they didn't have enough, and she was very gracious to offer to go to their other store or to have it shipped there, but she doesn't drive, and so then there was this big deal about how she doesn't drive, and it's just she relies on everybody else to drive her because she's a passenger princess.
And the store also had a lot of non-yarn stuff like puzzles and gifts, tourist type gifts. Yeah. I guess it was like the downtown was very busy. Lots of cute little shops, lots of restaurants, including some delicious burger place that we could never figure out. Remember that? We walked out of there and it was like,
we could smell it. It was so good. It smelled so good, but we couldn't figure out. We walked all around to try and find where is that smell coming from. Couldn't find it.
Nope.
But it was interesting. It would be worth it. It would be worth it. The thing is, they only sell. They sold just Magpie and maybe one other brand.
Yeah, it was
maybe
90%
like a
there.
Madeline Tosh or Malabrigo, but it's a Magpie store. It's kind of like the polka dot yarn.
Polka dot sheep.
Oh, polka dot sheep.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, where they only sold theirs.
Yeah.
So
that was nice. I mean, you liked it.
I did.
You're going to buy
a bunch of everything.
But they were like, what? You have one skein short?
They were one skein short for the pattern that I want, which was it required 1100. It was a beautiful, like a deep copper color that was beautiful. But
yeah.
Anyway,
the whole town was, I mean,
cool,
pretty cute,
quaint. That would be. And then they had a Costco. Did they have a Wegmans? They had a Wegmans there. We went to Wegmans.
Did.
I don't think we went to Costco there.
That's why. No, we didn't. I think that's 90% of why we stopped there is because of the Wegmans. Oh, let's see if they. Oh, there's Wegmans. Okay, we're going there.
Yeah.
Let's see if they have a yard store. Let's see if they have a good place for lunch.
So, no quilt stores. I didn't go to any quilt stores.
No.
Oh, that's not true.
Yeah,
It was Danner's Bernina shop in Hanover. I needed a different foot for my machine.
Right.
So we get there, and it had longer hours than any other quilt shop that I've been to.
Yeah.
And so I was able to get there after work. They had great fabric. They had a lot of great fabric. They had a lot of notions. It was run by Mennonite, and I was asking, honesty here. The girl that I first started talking to was useless. And then I think it was the owner's son came over to help. And he knew his Bernina stuff that he needed to do.
Inside and out.
Yeah. I mean, he helped me I thought I knew the one that I wanted, but he helped me with a better one.
Have you used it?
Yeah, that's what I'm using when I'm doing my applique.
Yeah. And it works good?
Oh, yeah. It's the other one would have worked fine, but it was plastic foot base and closed in the front, where the one that he talked about was metal, but it's open in the front so that I can see it. And it's definitely much better, easier to be able to see the stitches that are going into where the needle is. Doesn't make my sewing any better, but... So it was beautiful fabric. They didn't have a whole lot. I don't feel like they had a whole lot of fat quarters. But it was really nice fabric. Yeah. And it was the whole Mennonite. It seemed like a whole Mennonite family. I don't know that this girl's from, but I will say this. I'll probably burn in hell, but I'm going there anyway. How did Mennonite feel about homosexuals? Because this man is definitely a homosexual. As homosexuals go, he is definitely. But I think he's not allowed to come out. So I feel bad for him. But he was super nice. He was super knowledgeable, and maybe he'll leave the Mennonite. It's not a ministry, but whatever, to be able to live his life, live his truth. Isn't that what they say? Yep. Live his truth. Yeah. I wonder how the Amish deal with that too. We never did get to go to my friend Linda. Yeah. Anyway,
they also had a lot of sewing machines for sale.
It's a
And,
Bernina shop.
It was a Bernina shop, yeah. And they did repairs and classes and all that, all that good stuff. And then when we were there, we went to the store and also got to, because Hanover, like pretzel capital of the world.
Yeah. We went to Weiss's there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where we got those Martins, pretzels, Martins, yeah. Big tub that we haven't found anywhere else.
They're so good. They're different. They're different than other pretzels that you get. Nobody
Unlike
knows Snyder's.
Yeah, they're different than the bag of pretzels that we got that suck.
Oh, those were bad.
Yeah.
Then there was one place where we got, like, growing up in Eastern Pennsylvania Dutch, I love pretzels and I love potato chips, but you have to have the right kind. And the pretzels, like Snyder's, is what everybody knows of pretzels, but I like, it's called wedges or wedges.
WEGE.
S.
S.
Martins. Utz's are okay. There's a different flavor to them, but Utz's are made in Hanover. The breeder for this asshole over here, she worked at the Utz's. So we did go to Weiss's, and it was, Weiss's is an old grocery chain. So, right there.
I think that was about it for the stores. Shops.
Except for in Harpers Ferry.
Yes, the bookstore. Yeah, so we went to 2 museums. One of them was Harpers Ferry National Park, which is a whole bunch of stuff at Harpers Ferry, natural features.
It was beautiful in that area.
Yeah, the 3 rivers joined together, and it was beautiful. And then historically, it's where the U.S. Army Armory was prior to the Civil War. So John Brown, abolitionist, had a plan to go liberate the muskets and inspire an uprising of enslaved people. And he did succeed in capturing the armory, but that was it. Was not able to escape, and nobody came to his rescue in response to his call, unfortunately. And he ended up getting caught, put on trial, executed. First man executed, at least first white man executed for treason in the United States.
So the story of that is great. But the execution of the museum for that and the videos?
Not good.
Oh my God.
Not good, yeah. When you go there, there's different parts, and you want to go to the main visitor center, and then you can catch a shuttle bus downtown. So there's no parking around there.
No parking.
And they've recreated the downtown. A lot of it is just empty buildings that are just, it's like a movie set almost. And then you go into the one visitor center, just watch the movie. And I think we watched 20 seconds of it before we left. Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah,
it was
really
awful.
Bad. Any of the movies. And then we went into the actual John Brown Museum part. They had sections to the start of the first part, and then there's a video, and then you go to the next part. In theory, it would be good.
Yeah.
But the videos were just, it's so like
so bad.
A lower than B movie, I don't know what that is, from the 80s. It was just terrible.
Yeah. My high school drama club could have done a better job acting.
Your high school drama club did do a better job.
Yeah. It was like, Paul, I guess it's time for us to go out and do something about this. That kind of level of acting. It was awful. But yeah, like you said, I think it was like 3 rooms. There was before the raid and then after the effects of the raid. And yeah, so much potential wasted.
Oh, so much. There was a house, not a house, a building that I think it was a firehouse from there that we went into. That was kind of cool. And then across you could see the bridge and the water, and that was fine. And then I want to get to the interesting part that was interesting for me, because this is the kind of person that I am. But we went into the bookstore.
Bookstore was cool.
The bookstore was cool, but it was hot.
Bookstore.
And I was like, I'm going to go sit outside. So you talk about the bookstore, and then I'll talk about the outside.
Oh, that's all I got to say. It was an excellent bookstore. Good merch.
Yeah. So I go outside, leave him in there because I'm like hot. And there was a young woman sitting on the bench outside. And I sat down next to her, and I just started commenting that, I'm like, oh my God, it's so hot in there. And she said, yeah, it was. She goes, we just hiked down, and she had an accent. So we got to talking, and I asked her where she's from. And she said she's from Kyrgyzstan. And she's here visiting the United States for 9 months. And then her friend came, who's from South Korea. And then we were all talking about the country and the places that she was visiting and going. I think that she was staying with them because I think I hope and pray that the man that was with was the host family for the South Korean, because she lived there. I wish I got their names. I don't have their names. Anyway, she had 25 days left at that point. It's probably up.
Oh, yeah.
She was sad to leave, but she had been all over. She had gone to Florida. She had been, I can't remember all the places.
Yeah, lots of places.
But hopefully she's listening, because I told her about the different countries that are listening. Now I know Kyrgyzstan is not the same as Uzbekistan, but we have our largest following country is Vietnam, which I find fascinating. But anyway, she was very nice. It was really nice meeting her and her South Korean friend.
Right.
The man didn't talk, but then you came out.
Yeah.
You were
yeah, a little bit. I liked when you gave her our card, the podcast card. If you're ever in Kyrgyzstan,
come visit.
Look me up. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if you're listening, and you're on the YouTube listening,
leave us a comment.
And when we ever get to Kyrgyzstan, then we'll surely look you up.
Hey, any of the former Soviet republics in that area, we'll give you.
I know you want to go.
I mean,
the history part is just so exciting. I can't wait to go.
So the only other museum was the Gettysburg Museum.
Yes.
Yeah. And
I thought it was very good.
Yeah.
And it depicted how Gettysburg took part, the battle of the Civil War took part over 3 days, and they split it up by day. Each section of the museum that you went to was by day, and you first start out into a main movie area, main theater.
Yeah.
And they played this big movie, and it was narrated by Morgan Freeman.
Of course.
The only other better one would have been James Earl Jones. Okay, because his beautiful voices. But and he talked about it, and he set it up. And so after the movie, you go up to this other platform where it's this 360-degree sky. You get to see it's not animated, but it's like a portrayed on the wall. I can't describe it. And then going up to the wall, there are actual dirt and not real horses, but life-size, like a carriage or other things that are pieces of the articles of them that are fallen down.
Debris on them.
And then they talk about it. So they keep reiterating every part of this Civil War that took place in these areas. And parts of the screen would light up about what was on fire, what was blown up here, and how this one did it, and the fighting over here, and the lights all over. And that was interesting.
Yeah. It was a cyclorama, which apparently was like a big thing in the late 1800s or something. There's a few of these and major things, and you were supposedly positioned at, I forget, the Union observation post. So if you were supposed to duplicate that, like you were saying.
Yeah. So that was fine.
Yeah.
And then we left. And we went down to day one. And then there was mini videos about each day in greater detail than what you went through with Morgan Freeman. Still had the stuff, but had in more detail. But I thought it was very well done. I was surprised. I don't like reading in a museum. I don't want to have to sit there and read everything. So it was nice that it wasn't full of that. It wasn't just that. And you could see all the artifacts and everything from the Civil War. Yeah. So after we did the Civil War, do you have anything else to say about the museum itself?
Not about the museum itself, no.
Then we did the audio car tour.
Which you can get on the National Parks app.
And then you follow the blue stars or whatever it is that you go. And you go to each location. And that was nice because it took you around. Some of it were public roads that you had to drive through, and then you just pull over.
Yeah.
But beautiful scenery. And you can see at some areas why these troops took this area and these troops took this area, why they were positioned here, because you could see farther down, and which didn't make sense I will say, I know it's not the same war, but when we were watching Outlander and they were going up the King's Mountain, and they're going up the mountain. Why would anybody think that would
Always
be
the worst.
successful? If you're up at the top, you should theoretically be able to see everything that's below and wind.
And you get that plunging fire. You got gravity on your side.
Yeah.
The folks that are attacking up the hill or, yeah.
And the mistakes that they made, yeah. So I thought that was good. And then
there's a lot of stuff that if you obviously want to spend time there, you can go to the little side skirmishes. There's different walking tours you could go through. There's all kinds of historical buildings there, field hospital and temporary headquarters and all that kind of stuff.
Isn't that where was it that one? No, I think it was the one no, I think it was that one that you learned, maybe not, that when they amputate, they don't go at the joint.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think that was Harrisburg.
No, I think it was that one because I think in one of the rooms, like you said, they had these displays, and I think one of them was a little field hospital. I'm pretty sure that was Gettysburg. Yeah. I thought they would get you at the joint, that it would be less painful, like at the joint, like
when you're separating the chicken thigh from the chicken.
Yeah,
drumstick.
exactly. Yeah. No, they just saw your shin bone right in half. God damn. That's all I got to say. But yeah. So that was good.
That was Gettysburg, really.
That was it.
We're wrapping up. Is there anything else that you wanted to add to it?
No, I don't think so. Excellent experience overall. So
surprisingly, it was good.
So what did you like?
What did we really like about the area?
You're going to say the pizza place, aren't you?
That was really good Stromboli.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a very long time since I had really good Stromboli. So I'm going to say Stromboli.
Yeah, the pizza place.
That was surprising.
Okay.
No, I'll say that was what I really liked.
Uh-huh. I like the museum. I like the audio tour, being able to do that.
Yeah, that was fun. You just wanted to blow by a bunch of it, but I insisted we went through all of it.
Yeah. I don't want to, I know it's not your thing, so I don't want to bore you.
But yet he drags me to these other museums. Okay, what were we disappointed with?
Disappointed. Not too much with this one, really.
I'm disappointed I didn't buy more of those pretzels.
Disappointed in the golf cart parade. That
was one night.
Yeah.
Only because we were there 1 week.
There wasn't anything where I was like, I wish this had been different. Surprise for me would have been the pizza.
Surprise for me was the Bernina store. Actually, that's not true because Bernina stores are pretty good. But I would say the surprise for me was actually that I learned something at the Gettysburg Museum and that I enjoyed it.
That's surprising. I'm just surprised that
Would I go back again?
No, I mean, I wouldn't either. I've been there now twice.
Do you remember the first time you went?
Not that much, but okay. I'll go again in another 26 years.
Okay.
In
a wheelchair.
Yeah, I think it was probably the same. I don't remember when I went. I don't think it was with Keith the same time we went to the Harpers Ferry. I think I was living in Harrisburg. So like 97, 98.
I went as a kid I was forced to go that time too.
Yeah.
So school trip.
Anyway. Yeah.
So yeah, I would say that would be what I was most surprising.
Well, I think that about wraps it up.
Yep. Okay. Oh, me. That's it for today's stop on Next Stop Somewhere. We hope you enjoyed exploring Gettysburg, Fredericksburg, and Harpers Ferry.
Harpers Ferry.
If you like this episode, now you see why we did all three. We got three stickers on. If you like this episode, be sure to subscribe wherever you listen to your podcast so you don't miss our next stop. And if you really enjoyed it, leave us a review so more everyday travelers can find us like you. And the woman from Kyrgyzstan, please leave us a review or a comment, something so that we can identify who you are. And the young lady from South Korea too, if you're listening, because I also gave you a business card. Also leave a comment because I would love to keep in touch.
Absolutely.
Yeah, with all of our listeners.
And you can also follow us, Kyrgyzstan and South Korean listener, and any of you on Instagram and YouTube at next_stop_somewhere. That's where we're at. So until next time, we are Jeff and Louise, and we will see you at the next stop, wherever it may be. Let's see. Can we give them any kind of spoiler? We're still in Pennsylvania.
It's the sweetest place on
The
earth.
sweetest place on earth. Not the sweetest city on earth, but the sweetest place on earth.
And you'll understand why that difference is so significant.
Absolutely.
That made us lose a trivia.
Lose that. No,
We did not win that group.
we tied.
Yeah, tied.
Yeah,
we didn't
tied.
win.
That's true.